guys, in this video I'll be making curry chicken back and rice. Okay, and guys, before I get to the end of the video, please give the video a thumbs up, a like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment down below, and also try the recipe. So without further ado, let's get into the video. This smells so delicious. So guys, this is a chicken back I'm working with, and chicken back is very cheap, guys. $2 for this back, and it's like the back of the chicken with bones. And you know, we say that chicken back is for poor people, but it's not for poor people only, guys, because it's so affordable. But you know, some people don't like the meaty part of the chicken. They like bone. They like the bony part. So yeah, chicken back is for anyone. Like, it's not necessarily. And chicken back, you know, people may use it to make soup or what have you, chicken soup. So I'm gonna clean this up, trim it, you know, trim all that you don't want on it, the unnecessary fat, trim it to your liking, and then I'm gonna get back to season the chicken back. So guys, I'm working on cleaning up the chicken back, and you know, the chicken back, I'll just show you how I did one of them. I cut this part off. If you like this part, this is chicken bottom. If you like it, then you can keep it, but I'm cutting it off. And then yeah, I get rid of all the excess fat. It's mostly bone, right? The chicken back is the back of the chicken. So I get rid of the excess fat because personally I don't want to cook with this. I can't be eating this. My stomach can't digest this, right, without being upset, the extra. And what I'm removing, and then this, you know, you get down into between the bones and get rid of all that is between it. And that's what I'm doing, cleaning. Especially the bony part, you want to clean out all the, you know, whether that's the heart or the liver, the liver or whatever parts that is lodged up in there. Yeah, that are looking like the liver, or yeah, this piece. I don't cook with these things. So, and then you use a knife and scrape away, you know, the excess that's stuck on the inside, and these pieces, the bone here, you get on it and, you know, get rid of what's lodged in. And basically that's what I do. Get rid of the this is garbage for me. Yeah. And if you can't cut, you scrape, because some of it is stuck onto the bone. And then get rid of the excess here. And that's what I do. And let it look palatable. So when it's finished cooking, you don't have to be throwing on things that don't taste good. And like they're here. If you can't cut, if you're gonna cut and cut away the meat, you scrape away and then cut. Yeah, and then that's what I'm doing. And as I said, it's mostly bone, so that's what you get. Okay guys, I'm gonna wash it. This piece looks good, it's clean. Wash it in lime vinegar and baking soda. See, that's over there. I was working on it. And yeah, I'll get back seasoned. Either way, I would season the meat regularly and cook. So guys, season the way I would season the meat normally. Yeah, so you trim it up to your liking, and then, you know, when you're happy with it, you wash and cook. And that's what I'm gonna do with this one also. Look at this big chunk of fat. All that is not going in my mouth, and this is the bottom. And then I get down on the inside here. I'm showing you guys because it's, you know, very important that you clean your meat properly. All that I don't eat. So guys, I'm here washing the chicken back in lime, salt, vinegar, and you know, these places like in the bone. You push your finger and clean out whatever. Push your finger, and that's what I'm doing, cleaning out what's lodged inside in the bone area, all the excess fat. You push your finger in and clean it out because you want clean meat to eat. All right. So guys, I'm gonna be putting 5 allspice. If you want to pound them up, you could. I'm not gonna pound them up because I have the powder allspice. That's optional. You don't have to put both. Just lightly sprinkle. You know, this is very strong, so I would say 3 dashes of the allspice and curry, because I'm gonna curry it and put my curry here lightly. You don't want to put too much curry. You can put like because you might be cooking more or less, you know, I would advise sprinkle lightly. And then cayenne pepper, most of all salt and black pepper, guys. Not too much because cayenne pepper spicy, and salt, not too much. And then turmeric. Turmeric is like the curry. It's good for you, and why I'm putting it. Black pepper. So you can start off with half a teaspoon, you know, of the salty ones and add, or sprinkle lightly. Just use your judgment, because you know, you might be, I don't know what packet your chicken back might come in and how they sell it. There's all-purpose seasoning. Sprinkle lightly all over. So yeah, so basically you're gonna sprinkle lightly. I'll put some more salty seasoning because you know the herbs take away the salt, the saltiness. Yeah, a small knob of ginger. If you don't have ginger, you can put, that's a ginger. You can put like the powder one. Yeah, but it's good to cook with ginger. It gives your pot a good flavor, and yeah. Now guys, I'm gonna be adding, I froze my scallion because they spoil them if I don't freeze them, and you know, that much scallion, thyme or green onions, and 2 pigs of garlic. And if you have any, you know, red bell pepper around the house, I'm gonna put that much, just a small piece, and yellow if you have green also you could add. And I'm gonna put 1 onion, quarter. And then also my scotch bonnet pepper, which is optional. I'm going to put some on it. So let me prepare this and get back. So guys, my onion, I like to cut it in half, and then half again. I like them chunky. And that's too big, then you're going to cut it, you know, cut that quarter again in half. And that's how I like the onion, chunky. When I say chunky, and that's enough, right? So then this piece I'll use. And that's good. Or if you want to cut it again, like cut it down smaller. But then I like it that way, chunky. And guys, don't do what I just did with a knife. Because my knife, I don't keep them too sharp, which is because sometimes I like to cut the vegetables in my hand. But if it's like a very sharp knife, no. If it's a brand new knife, don't do that. I was just trying to demonstrate to you, you know, the onion. Like I could do it on the board, could have done it on the board, but yeah. And then that's how I like the onions. And then wash, and you know, yeah. So guys, I'm gonna put a small amount of the scotch bonnet powder pepper. It's good to have on like a quarter teaspoon because it's strong. Guys, I'm gonna add some saltiness, and also tomato, like it's optional, but you don't have to put tomato in you know, curry chicken. I'm just gonna put like a squeeze of ketchup later. So that's like a teaspoon, and then, you know, dashes of salt. You don't want to put too much salt, but because I put this onion and stuff like that, and some more black pepper. If you know, some people may not like black pepper too much, so just, you put whatever. satisfies you. And if my curry is not looking too, if my chicken is not looking too as if it needs curry, then I'm gonna put more curry. Add more curry. Could add like a teaspoon more, or yeah, start off with a quarter or half teaspoon. So let me just sprinkle here curry, because I like when the chicken has that curry look. And that's enough curry, I don't need no more. But because some of the seasoning is going on onto the onion, you know, I add more after. And rub in and then taste. And the only thing I'll put later is a squeeze of ketchup. Let me put it now maybe, because you can put it later, or if you don't put tomato, right? Just a squeeze of ketchup there. And rub it in. And oh guys, I did put the garlic. Did I say that? I put garlic too. So 2 cloves. Yeah, I did say. Yeah, rub it in nicely as long as your curry chicken has, you know, the allspice, your onion, thyme, salt, black pepper, majors. You're good to go, and that looks good. I'm going to leave it to marinate for a couple of hours and cook. And this cooks easily, guys. Curry chicken, it's affordable, and you know, it cooks fast. I mean, chicken back. So guys, the curry chicken back, I put some oil, depending on what size pot you're using, right? Not too much oil. Not much, right? Depending on the size pot. So, and then I'm gonna put the chicken in. And the stove is on. Put them in and saute. Fry somewhat brown. If the oil is not enough, you can add oil after. Doesn't matter if there's some seasoning on. Within an hour, your chicken should be done. The curry chicken. And this is back too, so you know, it's not like the breast. You can put some onion on, and then you know the rest goes on later. You're not gonna fry it, guys, because you're not making fried chicken, right? You're just browning it. So, and I put some onion inside of it to, you know, give it flavor while sauteing. And then the rest goes, like when it's almost finished cooking, we put, or halfway, we put the rest of seasoning. Yeah, so you can go like this and toss it up. And then the chicken back, guys, if you want it this size, or as well as you can cut it in half again. But it's the bone, so I didn't cut it too small. Yeah, so we're gonna be sauteing here, and you can cover the stove and let it spring some water at this point. Let it spring some water, and then if the stove is on high, it's gonna stick, so you turn the burner down to like 3, let it spring some water, and then so that when it's time to add water, we don't have to add a lot of water. It won't spring a lot of water, guys, but just to, you know, moisten up the bottom of the pot a bit. Yeah, and that's what we're doing here. Stir, fry, and then when it starts sticking, you find that it's sticking and getting brown at the bottom, we're going to add some water. Okay, so cover until for about 1 minute. You check 1 minute or half a minute. You check again. So guys, I have some hot water boiling on the stove so that I can pour onto this chicken when it's time to cook it, because it, you know, hot water makes it cook faster. So as soon as the water start boiling, I'm gonna pour it onto this. If the water is ready, then you pour it on. See, starting to not stick because I turned the burner down. But if you have it on high, then it's gonna stick. And you don't want your meat sticking to the pot, right? So you turn it down, and when you turn it down, then it's what's happening. It won't stick, and it will spring water to make the pot bottom a bit moist with the oil. And then yeah, you're gonna add the water. But let me just wait for the water to boil some more. I'm gonna cover it. Smells good. And I'm gonna cook potato with this, guys. Let me cut up the potato. So guys, now I turn the burner up to the max so you know it can start frying. And then I'm gonna add the water, and I'm gonna put potato and carrot. As soon as I peel the potato, as soon as I cover this, I'm gonna put the potato in right away. Or 10 minutes into cooking, yeah, 10 minutes into cooking, 5-10 minutes, I'll add the potato. The potato and the carrot I can add later, because the carrot doesn't take long to cook unless you want your carrot to cook out a lot. Because this chicken should be finished within 45 minutes to 1 hour, okay? And then I'm gonna steam some rice, right? Cooking curry chicken back and rice. In Jamaica, they say this is poor people food. People that can't afford to buy meat, but that some people enjoy it. They like the boniness of the chicken back, so they prepare it, right? Okay, poor people food in comparison to like oxtail or, you know, curry goat. Yeah, so the chicken back is, or chicken breast then. So now I can add those meat are more expensive than the chicken back, or yeah, only poor people can afford this. So guys, I'm gonna add some water here now. Not too much water because chicken doesn't take long to cook, and yeah, that much water. And it also depends on how much chicken back you're cooking. Okay, turn up the stove, let it boil. And then just let it cook with little amount of water, little amount. If you see it drying out, then you you know, you add more water. But then time it. It's now 10 o'clock, so I'm gonna see how long. In half an hour I'll check it again. But I'm gonna prepare the potato and add it to this. Yeah, but you time your pot, right? The curry chicken. And I would, as I said, cook it with little water, and you know, you can turn the stove halfway down. Little water. If it's drying out, you add water. So I'm gonna put the potato. Let me peel the potato. I have this one potato I'm gonna peel, guys. So guys, after 5 minutes of being on the stove, I just finished peeling the potatoes. So, and because I'm cooking this in little water, I'm gonna put the potato in at this point. So I cut them in this size, the potato. You know, cut them however you want to size or shape. But the bigger you cut them, the thicker, then the longer they take to cook. So by the time this potato is cooked, it's almost time to turn this curry chicken off, because, and that's how I time my curry chicken, by the time the potato is cooked. Okay, so I'm gonna check back in 20 minutes. Let me put on most of the seasoning, especially the curry, so that the curry can cook. Okay, you can leave some of the onion behind, but let me pour off the liquid so that the whatever, you know, liquid curry can cook. And then I'll put this later. So let me rinse this out. You know, whatever residue it can cook. But you don't want to be eating raw curry. As well as you can put all of this, guys. All of this, if you want, you can add more onion later. I just didn't want to have to add more onion, but you know, you don't have to. Yeah, some people like to put onions at the last minute, so I put everything here. And then, yeah, cook. This, I'll have it covered for the next 20 minutes. Put some more water because the potato is in it. And that's it. See, not too much water, guys. Notice how much water is there. Okay. So guys, 5 minutes after turning the stove on to 6, like a little bit more than halfway, the stove goes up to 10 is the highest. It's on 6, so the spot is cooking, like the water is boiling too vigorously, you'd say. So I'm going to turn it down on, like, let it cook on 4. Yeah, the stove goes up to 10, so I'm going to leave it to cook on 4. That's good enough. 6 is a bit too high, because you know what's going to happen. The water is going to dry out too fast. Yeah, and I don't want to have to add water. So then the onion here, I have a quarter onion and, you know, 4 pieces of 1 carrot I cut and cut it in 4. So I'm going to add that like close to the end, because maybe 10 or 15 minutes before turning off, because the carrot, yeah, I don't like the carrot too soggy. But then the potato, I don't mind if the potato cooks out. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. And then at the end, when it's time to make the gravy, then I taste to see if it needs a little bit more salt or black pepper. So we'll get back in 20 minutes. So guys, I'm gonna steam like a cup of rice here, and then I'm gonna put the rest of corn in my rice that I have left behind from the kale salad video, because I didn't use all of it. And then I'm gonna put half an hour after now, I'll put what's, you know, the piece of onion that I have here with carrot. And I think I'm gonna turn the burner because I haven't added any water, right? Since I have not added water. It's steam, see? The Irish potato is cooked. But I don't mind if the Irish potato is cooked out. So, like within half an hour, I would say your curry chicken is ready. But I'm gonna turn it down. It's on 4, the stove. It goes up to 10. It's on 4. I'm gonna turn the burner down a bit lower, like maybe on 2. Yeah. 2, and steam the rice, because there's nothing left to cook here now, right? The carrot, like, it can be eaten the way it is. So let me feel this meat here. Yeah, you can put it on 2 or 3 and let it, you know, stay there for the next 15 minutes. So I'd say 45 minutes. Yeah, so it is cooked at this point, guys. If you're in a hurry, like, you know, you could eat this because this is cooked. But I'm gonna turn this burner down onto 3. Yeah, onto 2. Yeah, and then 3 or 2. Yeah, and then cover it for 15 more minutes. Let me make the rice in the meantime. So guys, for the rice here, I have a cup of rice. For the rice, I have a cup of rice with a cup and a half water, and the corn remaining from the remainder of the corn from the kale salad video. So 10 minutes before turning off, guys, 10 or 15 minutes, because there's enough water and I'm cooking it on a low flame. Let me taste the gravy. I don't think it needs anything more. It's good, perfect. No more salt, no more pepper. For sure, no more pepper. And yeah, the rice that I showed you, I did put a dash of salt. You know, you season your rice, your rice, give it enough salt to taste. So this is not cooking high, so it won't dry out. Okay, so I can turn it off in 10 more minutes. And also, yeah, the rice you put enough salt, guys, to your liking. I put like 2-3 dashes of salt. Some people put butter in the rice, but I don't put butter in my rice. So we'll get back in 10 minutes or when the rice is done. So guys, the chicken is done. You know, you can turn it down for half an hour or 15 minutes more on the lowest flame. You lowest setting, and see the carrot and onions and everything. And it looks good. I'm gonna share some. Guys, this would also go good with this kale salad here. Don't miss the video, okay? For the kale salad. So guys, time to taste, and here's I'm tasting the curry chicken back and rice with some of the kale salad here. Okay, and the kale salad is the video before this one, so go back and look at the kale salad video if you have not seen it. So now it's time to taste the curry chicken. The focus is on the curry chicken back. Curry chicken back. It's the back of the chicken, guys, the bony part. Some people like the bony part of the chicken. And it's cheap. Guys, this is so good. With the potato. Really good. It is really good with potato. The only thing, guys, if you're a bone lover, you will love the curry chicken back. And also people buy it because it's affordable. They can't afford to buy chicken. And that's the potato and rice. And also, guys, this kale salad is really delicious. It's delicious. It's like you're eating rice. And please give the video a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and thanks for being here once more. And guys, honestly, like this, it's really good. Just try the recipe, okay? Follow the instruction I give you, and you won't regret it. Real good. So bye guys, and see you in the next video.